Right, we've got Mark White with us again. After 2-0 defeat at Southend United, what's your take on the game, mate?
Well, first of all, I want to say thanks to all our supporters that made the journey, never stopped singing. I think our fans are fast becoming, the best fans around. Do you know what I mean? It's brilliant to see them all piling in today, half cut. So I really appreciate them. Thank you very much, all of you. For Southend fans, really good value as well. Really, really good.
Good atmosphere.
Yeah, look, we went into the game today, and we sort of took the decision to really invest in some players that needed a bit longer to come back from injury. Bauman, Josh Taylor, James, obviously McShane, in hospital for the birth of his second child. We had a situation though, we'd have loved to play 3-5-2 today, obviously, because we looked so good in it, hence the fact when we went to 3-5-2 second half, we took over proceedings. But we didn't have the players to do it. Young Joe and Archie, I wanted to put them in today.
I thought they played superb.
Because I wanted to learn on the job. And I'll be honest, I threw the flip chart at them at half time and smashed it up because I was really pissed off.
What, who at the players?
The defence, yeah, and Slav. Because, the planning couldn't have been better. So I knew we couldn't play a 3-5-2 because Cookie and Archie haven't been here long enough, don't know how we do it. Isaac's been injured, Baz has been injured for a long time, Kennedy as well. So we didn't really have I didn't feel like we didn't have the legs to play that. So we went to a back four, and the idea was play forward into high areas early, and Bobby and Jimmy were awful. I was just appalled by it. Bobby Joe's been really good recently. But I genuinely would go as far as saying I don't think he touched the ball or kept the ball in the whole time he's on the pitch. And I'm so disappointed. And Jimmy as well, so magnificent on Wednesday. I've got to be honest about it. He has these blank spots where, he was yawning before the game. You're like, come on, Jim. And he wasn't pressing hard enough. So I thought the two wide boys had poor starts. But back four and Slav are culpable, credit Southend. I don't want to just sit here and talk about what we didn't do well. I mean, we had a team today that was a combination of boys that haven't played in a long time and boys that have never played, and a lot of boys missing. But, Kev's got that team really well organised. Played into the hands, guys. I've got to be honest, I don't want to sit here and fanny about.
I agree.
Literally, I said to them, whatever you do not play into the press against this lot. I knew they pressed the hell out of us. I knew by us going backwards, we'd end up having to kick long. I knew that their back three have got the best duels in the league. I could not, I swear, guys, I'll sit here and say all day long, if I make mistakes or whatever, I don't give a shit about that. I could not, little short of fucking going around the house last night and sitting down and talk. I could not have done more, right? I said, this is the strategy, you play into wingers early. I wanted Nile and Moro to operate almost as 2 10s from them areas. And Baz and Dan, experienced players, and Slav as well, they had to own that situation. Why on earth they kept passing back to Slav sideways? I don't know. Why Slav's trying to do a Cruyff turn on the bloke who presses the most on the pitch, I don't know. So you obviously rely upon your players to take it to market, Gaz.
Yeah, I agree.
And half-time, I weren't happy with them, to say the least, okay? That's what I would say. But I think they've taken ownership for that. They didn't get the instructions right at all. And if you think about it logically, Bobby, Jimmy, kind of back for the keeper, our midfield, I thought run the game. I thought even the first half, I thought our midfield were on top in the limited action they had. Second half, very much on top. So obviously we went to a back three, and obviously the whole the complex of the game changed. We're very well accustomed to doing it. We knew where the overloads were. I thought we dominated the ball for probably the best part of half an hour, and I thought we got in some dangerous positions, but they're good at the back, guys.
Superb,
them three
mate.
Boys at the back are good, and Kev's got them really organised.
And he let 13 goals in all season.
Yeah. I thought the ref was somewhere between really bad and bad.
Really?
Terrible. Yeah, really bad. Obviously, the thing is, mate, is that it's human nature, isn't it, to go with the crowd, the volume. I'm sure Kev would say the same. Really nice guy, but I thought he had a bad game. I thought he missed a clear penalty for us in about 15 to go. I thought Ottaway got wiped out. I thought he went a little bit on the crowd noise, and then there was some first half he couldn't stop giving fouls. Me and Kev spoke about it, and then second half he stopped giving it. So it was just one of those erratic ones, really. But to be honest, you know, the ref has definitely not lost us that game. I just thought personally what he didn't have a great game. So
Do you wish you brought Harry out away or started Harry?
well, he's been injured.
Yeah, I know, but he could have done.
Yeah,
He could have done a good 45, or you know what I mean.
I wish I started you over Bobby Joe. That's why I took him off, and Jimmy. The bottom line is, mate, the standards are high here. They've got boys like Bauman that are sitting there that, let me tell you, that boy's professional. Let me tell you, he's a 7 or 8 out of 10 every week. You know, you can't. You know, they always say it. These boys don't like hearing it, but the bottom line, they play at the level they do for a reason.
Yeah, of course.
And normally it's because they've got inadequacies, and we've got some boys that are inconsistent. Harry Ottaway went on, and I said at the end there, I'd rather play 3 leagues below with 11 Harry Ottaways than I would boys that dip in and dip out like that. They, you know, when you've got so many players that, you know, when you've got so many players that have not played, you know, like Luke Moore, Jack Jebb, Barry Fuller, you know, Joe Cook brand new, Archie Proctor brand new, you know, when you got boys, you know, you need them boys that, like Jimmy and Bobby, got to rely upon them.
Oh, yeah,
do you know what I mean?
100%.
They were so bad, and I'm passionate about that. The thing is with me, it's not like I'm criticising my players. My job is to critique it for what it's worth, because the fans pay the money to come here, and they started the game poorly. And if they get a phone call next Friday saying, right, you're not involved, you're not named, you know, they'll know why. Do you know what I mean? Harry's gone on after 20 minutes and done everything he can possibly do. So
Only downside was, did we work the keeper enough? Obviously not, because we didn't come away with goals.
I think we had a post first half, and
That was unlucky from Jebby.
yeah, we had a post first half. But no, look, we didn't. We had loads of last third entries when we went to a back three. Quiet first half because we couldn't seem to get out of our own half. The playing out was poor, but yeah, look, we attempted to come here against a team that's got a really long unbeaten record. I don't think we looked a massive second best, if I'm honest. Even with the boys we put out, we need to be honest. There's some really, you know, first 11 Wanderers boys missing. Thought we played some really good football last half hour, which is great. But you know, you don't get points for playing good football, mate. Do you know what I mean?
No.
That's the bottom line.
And like you said, you've got to give Southend a bit of credit, not a bit, a lot of credit.
Loads of
because
credit.
They work so hard,
Mate, that's their strength. Mate, Kev
forward and back.
Mate, Kev is doing a proper job. He's got boys that know their limitations. The defenders are really excellent, really well drilled. You know, the wingers drop in and double up. Like, it's so well drilled. Fair play. Massive credit to them and the fans for getting behind them, Southend fans. But the bottom line is, mate, you saw last half hour that, you know, we put a foot in it. We started playing. We started using the overloads. Didn't have a back three really available to start the game. We had a good tactic. Didn't do it.
But I still say those 2 goals could have been
It's a penalty in a corner.
one over there. What do you mean penalty in the corner?
The 2 goals were a penalty in a corner.
Yeah.
You know, that's the bottom line. They've not scored an open play.
No, exactly.
Not sure. I think Slab might have had one. You know, I can't really remember like a massive sort of save. Yeah, that he had to make.
Yeah.
But we've had some good moments. Just like you said, really didn't test the keeper. That's where we are, really. But I think the side today the boys at the back let us down first half. Didn't follow instructions. Played across the back 4. No good.
So I'm going to ask you: do you feel that Cookie and Proctor, for being as young as they are, that you didn't think they did enough? You didn't think they were doing enough for you?
I thought they've done brilliantly.
Yeah.
No, really well. But obviously, it's fine margins. You know, like we need to work. We're obviously part time, so there's only so many. We need to get them in. We need to do patterns. We need, you know. I thought Cookie, second half, mate. I mean, he really stepped up, next level, mate. He was excellent, mate. Really pleased with him. I think that right of the free suited him because he's a really good passer of the ball. But he's learning. He's been here 5 minutes. We're expecting him to play in this team. We need to remember that Cookie played last season at Isthmian Prem.
Well,
he's 2 leagues higher, right? And he's only played a couple of games at Chesterfield. So, and he's now at a new club, and he showed a lot of bollocks to come in, and today's second half in particular. So, look, it's a real mixed bag. So many players deliver what they normally deliver. Moro, Niall, I thought Jeb, Dan Gallagher. There's boys that deliver what they deliver, and there's other boys that just didn't do enough on the day. And really, that's where it is. The 3 points are gone. We can't get them back.
What are you going to do this week then? 2 training sessions and then Bromley at home?
And have facts on the Tuesday, yeah. No, we'll have a couple of training matches to try and get them into the patterns.
Yep.
I think we've got to pick a safe team. Next couple of games, that we've got to pick a safe team. I think the boys that are inconsistent are going to struggle to play soon. When we get boys that are ready to go, I can't have players that are inconsistent. So, shame for them really.
And who will be back? Do you think next Saturday?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Josh
Bauman, Nicky will be back. Josh, 50-50. Seb, probably. But we have to be careful because there's a lot of games coming up, and bring them back too quick.
Yeah.
But today was a little bit of a dismantled team, and we invested in that today because we saw it as a game that wouldn't change the season.
Yeah, we said.
We said that, didn't we? So, but equally, I genuinely thought that we could do well against them, but. You've got to have players take it to market, mate. I'm the first to admit when I get it wrong.
Okay, matey. Well, thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Have a safe journey home.
Cheers,